So we're out here today at Mazda Raceway in Laguna Seca to test out the latest Shelby GT350 and GT350R. Currently we are in the GT350R because we're on the racetrack. Since the first Shelby GT Mustang debuted exactly 50 years ago, be it Shelby, Saleen, Ford, Roush, or oftentimes Pep Boys, have been unable to produce a high-performance Mustang that feels like a proper lightweight track car. Well, I'm here to say the code has officially been cracked. There's absolutely no ambiguity as to what the front tires are up to. And the rear feels impressively planted. I think a lot of that is owed to the standard Mustang's independent rear suspension, but they've done a lot of work with the suspension on the R model as well. Mustangs of yore are infamous for their inclination towards understeer. That's not the case here. Pitch it into a corner, the front end tracks the car all the way through the corner. Another neat feature, there's also an F1 style shift light that illuminates the windshield. A feature that comes especially in handy when you're reaching the GT350's 8,250 RPM rev limit. One of the best things about the engine, aside from the output numbers, is that you have usable power from about 4,000 RPM all the way up to the 8,200 RPM red line. So if you miss a shift or blow a corner, you won't be penalized for it. That's a brief rundown of how the GT350R performs on the track, so let's see how the standard GT350 performs on the street. I'll preface this next bit by apologizing for this super brief track overview, but Ford only allotted us 3 laps in the R model. But now that we're on the street, we can delve a little bit deeper into the details. We'll kick off with the engine, which is a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 that puts out 526 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. It also incorporates a racing-spec flat-plane crankshaft that basically delivers the benefits of a long-tube header exhaust system in that it delivers more power at higher RPM, but this method has no problems passing emissions tests. Typically with an engine like this that breathes through a coffee can-sized throttle body, the idle feels more akin to that of a backhoe. But that's not the case with the GT350. Feels like I'm sitting here idling in just a regular old car. And yes, this is the only gearbox on offer, so if you want to own a GT350, you're going to have to shift it yourself. You'll be fine. Plus, it's a really good transmission. The throws are short and precise, and there's no mechanical purgatory in between the gears. Better yet, the clutch is surprisingly light and manageable for something that throws down over 400 pound-feet of torque. No more asymmetrical leg workouts for this guy. Whether you opt for the standard or optional Magna ride adjustable suspension, the ride is predictably firm. No, it's not so raucous that it's going to knock a filling out, but expect to be tossed around quite a bit on your daily commute. While the exhaust note is positively wicked, there's no annoying drone under normal driving conditions. Stopping duties are handled courtesy of a Brembo system comprised of massive 394mm 2-piece front rotors paired with 6-piston front calipers. Functional brake ducts combined with oil coolers for the transmission, rear differential, and engine are really a testament to the GT350's on-track survivability. The point I'm driving at is that when it was my turn to spin some laps behind the wheel of an R variant, the drive components didn't feel heat-soaked. And that car had just seen at least 15 consecutive laps. Journalist laps. And now let's talk about the price. A base Shelby GT350 opens at $50,000 and tops out in the mid-$57,000 range. The leap from a GT350 equipped with the track package to the more hardcore 350R variant is about $7,000, but there's a catch. Yes, the R model offers more grip and turns it a bit more quickly, but those superior qualities are owed almost entirely to its carbon fiber wheel set wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup R compound tires. In short, a GT350 loaded with the track pack is by far the best bang for the buck, particularly because the R's $63,000 starting price ditches the air conditioning, stereo, floor mats, and a whole bunch of other stuff to keep things light. So if you want to add all that back in, you'll be spending another $3,000. So you're essentially paying to have items removed and then paying even more to have them reinstalled. That's a sweet business model. Then again, a base Chevy Camaro Z28 starts around $74,000. So when you consider its price point, performance, and looks, the Shelby GT350 is the one to beat.